This is the most exclusive and renowned tourist destination in Europe. A dreamland built in southern Portugal's most secluded region. A place of beauty and constant inspiration, committed from the start to sustainability and environmental security. It is home to many celebrities from all over the world that continually create vast opportunities and interest for the region. It is truly a star-spangled audience living in the amazing surroundings of Algarve's crowned jewel, the Ria Formosa. But this award-winning, world-renowned destination for luxury lifestyle, where families can live their dream life in a secure and clean environment, would not have become the timeless destination that it is now without the far-sightedness and contribution of several important people in the development of Quinta do Lago.
The concept is so strong.
Continued that focus.
There is nothing like Quinta do Lago.
These are the people that dared to dream of a place that did not yet exist and that brought it to life from a mere possibility in the past to a present reality, that were able to create a place, a culture and an industry that today is worth hundreds of millions and captures the imagination of so many of us while paving the way for future generations to come. Quinta do Lago's 50th anniversary is a marvelous opportunity to thank the man and woman behind this incredible development.
Over the years, I've witnessed firsthand the way Quinta do Lago has developed into the amazing, award-winning destination it is today.
As well as those that throughout the years have pushed forward the boundaries of the original concept and brought it to the 21st century with a flair for the good life we all love to live.
And I'd like you finally to say, let's raise a glass and remember those who partied hard with us before and who are not here with us today. And let's all enjoy the evening and see you in the next 50. Thank you very much.
In the silence, listen. May it lift your heart and move your feet to run again. May you wander far. You will not be lost with.
A Quinta do Lago, acima de tudo, é uma quinta virada para os residentes. Foi o que eu fiz aqui a vida inteira. Praticamente considero os vizinhos é uma família. Diremos que a Quinta do Lago é uma família.
In the beginnings of the early 70s, Quinta do Lago was just another pine tree and marsh-infested land.
I remember exactly the first time I saw this property.
Someone in the middle of the bush saw the grounds for an international 5-star golf and real estate resort.
There was no access of any kind. We drove through, it was pine, trees, and sand. And I saw the ria, the dunes, the beach, and I said, this is unbelievable. And I sort of foresaw the whole project.
O Jordan aquilo tinha uma cabeça para o pensamento, o homem sempre planeou isto e vai ter certo.
He was certainly ahead of his time in his thinking.
way ahead of his time. He'd done a fantastic job getting it off the ground, and he had great ideas.
Mas o mais engraçado é que ele disse-me, epá, nós compramos o mato, compramos aqui o mato.
The architect, Bill Mitchell, who designed the golf course, after we've been through the whole property, said to me, "You found the best land I've ever seen for golf."
And in early 1972, the opening of the resort's first facilities and accommodations were concluded, plus the bridge across the beach, the creation of the lake, and the completion of William F. Mitchell's initial 27-hole layout.
We had, I think, 2 kilometers of beachfront here, but we needed interior development, so that's where the golf courses went.
During this time, the resort welcomed its first guests.
Lembro-me perfeitamente da inauguração da Casa Velha e Chateaubriand extraordinário.
The original Casa Velha was a sophisticated type of country house.
Quickly gaining a reputation among the travelling elite as the place to be.
Passou cá o Roger Moore, o Michael Caine, George Michael, por exemplo, Peter Gabriel.
While being favourably featured in several international publications.
E umas pessoas muito espantadas, pá, vai ali o Ayrton Senna a correr. E o segurança com as mãos atrás respondeu, e depois? Como se fosse uma coisa mais normal do mundo, o Ayrton Senna a correr na Quinta do Lago, e era.
But there is a beast in this Cinderella story too. The military coup of April 25th in 1974 triggered a chain of events that would put a hold on any further development.
When I left, I didn't think I was going to ever come back.
Still, troubled times are for resilient people, and a work committee with 300 workers, very few resources, low wages, but plenty of resolve kept the resort going while ensuring its golfing reputation at the highest levels.
I was very surprised when the government decided to return the properties to its owners.
The Portuguese Open in 1976, held in Quinta do Lago, represented an unrivaled achievement for the resort. And between 1976 and 2001, Quinta do Lago hosted the Portuguese Open a total of 8 times.
One of the things that we've seen throughout the explosion of golf in the last number of years, and particularly from my country in Ireland, is the value that golf can bring into the local economy. So the leading sport in terms of investing in an economy is golf, and particularly when you've got a quality, down here you tick a lot of boxes, and that's why Quinta do Lago, accessible, easy accessible as well with transport and flights in here, has become one of the outstanding resorts anywhere in the world.
The 33rd Portuguese Open, held in 1989, was arguably Quinta's most memorable.
I used to come here on a holiday, and to come here and win the Volvo Tour, as it was, the European Tour event here, was so special.
Colin Montgomery, who took the title with a final score of 24 under par, breaking the course record along the way with a round of 63.
I didn't know how that progression was going to be. I didn't know how the career was going to be, but to win here at Quinta do Lago.
When I come through the first roundabout here, when I visit Quinta do Lago, I just relax, because I know that, this is a fantastic place to visit, to come to. It was like nothing else in Europe. It was so beautiful to see the beach, the Ria Formosa, the golf courses and the whole resort. It was something very, very special as such.
A little over 25 years ago, it needed something else. It needed something different, and that's where Dennis O'Brien and Catherine and their family came in, who's another visionary, who's got a huge vision and has invested huge amounts of money in here. It needed that firepower to take it to the next level.
Desde que veio o Sr. O'Brien para cá, isto mudou praticamente quase como o dia da noite.
Mas podemos dizer que nós, os portugueses e os irlandeses, são muito, muito parecidos. Talvez os irlandeses mais animados. Mas foi uma passagem sem estragar. Depois dessa passagem toda, pegaram nisto e foram mantendo o que é difícil. Foram mantendo e dando o seu cunho pessoal, que são irlandeses.
When my father and I saw this, the development, and to see how sensitively it had been done, where the natural beauty of Quinta do Lago was always so important to the owners, particularly Andre Jordan. It was just a matter of carrying that tradition on and making sure that we were always going to do the right thing in terms of the way the resort would be managed and developed.
Well, certainly Quinta do Lago has gone to another level since the late 1990s when Dennis O'Brien came involved and saw the potential that it had. And I think everybody's been a winner on the back of that, whether you're a house owner here or whether you're somebody coming down to play. It's got better and better every year, and even now, he's never set on his laurels, and there's a huge reinvestment going back into Quinta do Lago.
Under O'Brien's rudder, Quinta do Lago has matured into a truly successful example of luxury residential and golf tourism worldwide, going from strength to strength, increasingly becoming a favourite destination for families.
So Quinta do Lago has been changing over the last number of years. We've seen a lot more younger families living in Quinta do Lago, buying homes in Quinta do Lago, and these families, a lot of them have had connections with Quinta do Lago in the past. So their parents or their grandparents would have been visitors of Quinta do Lago down through the years.
We've been living and working in London for years, and obviously we know Quinta really well from coming out here with my family. And so, when the opportunity to leave London came about and we didn't have to kind of go into work anymore, we wanted to go somewhere with a good climate, somewhere that feels safe, somewhere where we can, there's good infrastructure for the kids and they can grow up. And so I think Quinta do Lago, as I already have family out here as well, makes a lot of sense for us. And we looked at loads of different places, and everything we did drew us back to Quinta.
In 2015, we were deciding what we were going to do, and Alan started to look for places in Portugal, and this is what he found.
But we were looking for somewhere where we could replicate the outdoor South African lifestyle, but obviously have the security that South Africa can't offer. And when we found Quinta do Lago, we realised we ticked the boxes in terms of the outdoor South African lifestyle, but obviously ticked the box of a very secure and comfortable estate. It was a very quick decision once we saw just what Quinta do Lago had to offer.
Nowadays, to attract the families that we want to attract for Quinta do Lago, it needs to have an established area. It needs to have a lifestyle and a culture that they can, come and visit and get the feel for it.
The new spaces, the new restaurants, the constant change of the outlets, bringing in new life, they have all allowed for Quinta do Lago to renew itself constantly. And that's something that Quinta has known how to do.
With ongoing improvements, new facilities and amenities, including a third golf course, new restaurants with children's playgrounds, and the Paul McGinley Golf Academy.
Paul McGinley Golf Academy had a huge impact on me as a player and as a person, and obviously it had a huge impact in me as a pro golfer because I grew up playing here. I started in the summer golf camps, the junior camps for kids.
We have a McGinley Cup, a junior cup during the summer, which is unbelievable how many kids come and play in that, boys and girls, and every year we try to make that better and better and better, a good experience for them, and it's great to see so many kids returning down here and families returning down here and seeing the kids evolve as golfers.
I decided that I would like to become a pro golfer and do this for a living every day. Obviously, I practice every day in Quinta do Lago. I use the gym in Quinta do Lago, so the lifestyle that Quinta do Lago allows me to have is the best as a pro golfer and as a pro athlete.
Golf is a wonderful sport for them because even if they're not going to make the elite level, golf is brilliant for them in life and in business because it's the places you go and the people you meet. That's the two biggest things that golf can give you. And if you can play to a decent standard, doesn't have to be particularly good, but just a decent standard, it's amazing how many opportunities will open up for these boys and girls as they grow up and, they start, going into work environments and start socializing. And it creates many, many opportunities to network. And network is a very important part of life and a very important part of business.
My wife became chair of the business about 5 years ago, and she said, look, we have to reinvent Quinta do Lago. We have to get younger clients, clients in their 30s and 40s with young children, so that we can renew our client base, but also all the people, our owners in Quinta do Lago. So as part of her plan, it was to develop the campus very quickly and to build campus into a world-class sports centre for people to have a healthy lifestyle.
The campus has been in the pipeline for a number of years, and we took some time to make sure that we designed something that was unique, very unique for not just Quinta do Lago, but for Portugal.
The opening of the campus high-performance sports hub has made Quinta do Lago one of the finest wellness and lifestyle resorts in Europe, quickly becoming a fly-to destination for the world's elite sports stars and athletic champions, as well as a favorite spot for health and fitness enthusiasts and active families alike.
When I decided to see where it was best to do rugby camps that I had run back in Ireland, I obviously saw what the campus had to offer, and it was a very easy decision. The whole campus is state-of-the-art. The facilities in general are exactly what you need as a professional team or as an amateur team, or even if you're on holidays or if you live in the area. It's exactly what you're looking for when you're thinking the very, very best. So to come down here, gorgeous sunshine usually, and to play in warm temperatures and to be able to really work on the skills you need in rugby to develop your game, this has been the obvious choice of location.
The minute I walked onto the pitches, the minute I saw the facility, I understood and knew why teams like PSG come and train here. First thing I said to my son when I got back to the hotel, I said, son, the pitch you're about to play on is top level. I can't wait for you to see it. You should be excited to be on this pitch. The fact that you can give that to the kids and say that to the kids and see their faces when they walk on it, it makes them feel like they've become professionals, which is a fantastic thing to see.
Campus has really been a game changer for us, and it was at the right moment of time for the resort to kick into this new era.
O campus como desporto, que é o cunho irlandês, portanto não é só, agora tínhamos o golfe, agora temos o golfe e outros, como o rugby, por exemplo.
As we were building the campus, and we were putting a lot of time into researching what type of teams we would want to attract here. So we took on the project of the Magnolia Hotel, revamped it and made it 1920s motel style. It's a fun place for families, and when the football teams and rugby teams are down, they love it because they have it exclusive to themselves.
I'm doing a project with Quinta. I emphasize the word with Quinta. It's not just that we're doing a project for a client. We are working along with them. The standards in Quinta do Lago are high, and our client knows what they want. They always want to raise the bar, to go higher. That's what makes it challenging, but that's what makes it great.
With no frontier in sight, Quinta do Lago's vision continues to expand beyond the original plan.
And we'll continue to build new developments over the next couple of years. We'll go more down the route of sustainability, in particular because where we are, we're on the Ria Formosa, and Quinta do Lago is a sanctuary in itself. It's a sanctuary for people, it's a sanctuary for a lifestyle, and we want to continue that.
I craved for this balance between what is natural, balance between what is man-made, between the construction, and it's an example. It's an example that you don't see everywhere. You don't see in many places. That the architecture is not trying to take over. There is a proportion, there is a ratio that makes sense. And that gives the whole thing its equilibrium, its harmony. That I feel is what makes this a magical place.
Always encouraged by the comfort, well-being and excellence that the Algarve is so well known for.
So now I think in our 50th year you can reflect back and see how great the master plan was, how fantastic it was in the beginning, the importance of that injection 25 years ago by Dennis O'Brien, and with his vision to really transform the resort and bring it to what it is today.
This is certainly a resort that has changed over the years, has changed for the better.
When you realise that this has been going for 50 years and you look at the state of it now and kind of the infrastructure that you have, the restaurants, the facilities, you realise it takes a long time to make an amazing resort.
I know Quinta do Lago a lot less well than Ollie because I haven't been coming here for so long, but I think it's just probably testament to the fact that it has developed quite organically over the 50 years. It feels like it has a real heart and soul, and people that come here have been coming for so long and they love it, and you can kind of feel that in the people that you meet around and in the quality of the places that are here. And I just don't think that's something that you could springs up in 5-10 years or something, so I think that is something that needs the longevity to develop, so it's kind of a celebration of that, I guess.
I believe that Quinta do Lago will continue to progress to even higher levels in the next 50 years.
And the next 20, 30, 14, 50 years is going to be really, really exciting.
Acho que a Quinta do Lago está ao nível dos melhores sítios que eu vi no mundo.
If you had to try and summarise it in one word, it would probably be something around enjoyment. Enjoyment of the golf, enjoyment of all the restaurants, obviously the bars as well. This is now chill time, relaxed time, and there's no better place than Quinta do Lago to do that.
Absolutely.
Well, my father was chairman of Quinta do Lago for 15 years, and he was a diver. So we decided to celebrate him in some small way with this wonderful piece of sculpture in the middle of Danos.